Next guest is very familiar with just how tough it is to get something done on immigration here on Capitol Hill. Its conservative critics say during the time he was here, he supported measures they equate to amnesty. Well, after stints in Congress and as Florida's agriculture commissioner, Adam Putnam is now running to be governor of the great state of Florida. Great to have you with us, sir.
Thank you. Greetings from your old stomping grounds here in Tampa Bay. Listen,
I love it. I'm a seventh-generation Floridian, and I'm always interested in what's going on down there. And it says oftentimes a lot about what's going on in the broader sense of these debates about immigration and other things. And I know that you come from a very agricultural area in Central Florida. It is one of the tough things to square for a lot of people, making sure that there are workers for those businesses, but also making sure that they're here legally. I want to play something from one of your former colleagues, Congressman Dennis Ross, who is a Republican from Florida as well.
I've been told that that's something we're going to do later in the future, and I've been here long enough to know that the future sometimes never comes. And so I want to see this happen, and I'm holding out on signing a discharge petition until I can get some public guarantee that we're going to take a guest worker program that helps not only our ag communities, our construction communities, and our service communities. We need that labor.
So, Commissioner, how do you balance all of those interests?
Well, I think Congressman Ross is absolutely right to make sure that there's a total solution. You know, President Trump has led the way with his Pillars plan: secure our borders, reform the chain migration, particularly on extended families, end the visa lottery program, and bring a permanent solution to DACA. Now, you know from your time in Florida that the guest worker program is a legal mechanism to meet the needs of the tourism industry, the construction industry, the agriculture industry, and people are tired of waiting on Washington. Washington just fails to deliver a solution to our broken immigration system. And that's why I was thrilled to be joined today by law enforcement and sheriffs as I rolled out my Secure Florida plan, which includes the safety and security of Florida with reestablishing that Secure Communities program that President Trump reinstated. In other words, the state of Florida should have that relationship with ICE because Florida taxpayers are sick of paying tens of millions of dollars a year to feed and house in our prison system criminal illegal aliens who ought to be in the custody of the feds and ought to be deported.
Let me ask you about this, because you know your critics have said, and PolitiFact went through and checked a number of things that you either voted for or supported with comments about some kind of legal path to either citizenship or residency, legal permanent residency, green cards, those kinds of things for people who are here illegally. They call it amnesty. Have you evolved on that? Would you say that's not amnesty by your definition?
Well, I've never supported amnesty. I have supported fixing the problem and securing our borders. And I hope that Washington will finally, now that we have a Republican House, Senate, and a president who's willing to do something about this, I hope that they'll bring a fix to this problem that has been plaguing our country now for a long, long time. In the meantime, though, I'm not going to wait on Washington. And as a candidate for governor of Florida, we have put out a very specific plan: Secure Florida First. That's why I've been endorsed by sheriffs. It's why I've been endorsed by law enforcement, because law enforcement in Florida recognizes that my plan and my record is one that will keep Floridians safe and avoid the type of sanctuary cities and sanctuary states that had the mayor of Philadelphia doing a dance, and is exactly what California is doing. And unfortunately, it's what some candidates for governor here in Florida would like to see. That won't happen on my watch as governor of Florida.
Well, as you well know, Florida is a very diverse state with all kinds of different interests and obligations and different populations. And I know you have a lot of folks to appeal to and to talk to during this primary season. We will watch it, and we'll be down there in Florida to cover some of these races, including yours as well. Commissioner, thanks for joining us.
We look forward to having you back home.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Shannon.